Hello friends, welcome back to my video lecture. In this video lecture, we are going to study about the percent concentration. And that percent concentration is divided into three types. We know that weight by weight, volume by volume, and weight by volume. So first of all, we have to see the weight percent, that is weight by weight. And formula for that weight by weight, the weight of solute in a gram divided by weight of the solution in a gram into the 100. So by using this formula you can calculate the weight percent. For example, if you will take the mixture of sugar plus soil, okay, so the weight of sugar and the weight of soil is present into the that mixture, okay. By that weight, by that mass of that particular solvent or a sugar, we can calculate the percentage of sugar and the percentage of soil, okay, by using this formula weight of percent. So in this way we can calculate the percentage of sugar and the percentage of soil, okay. Now next is volume by volume, that is volume percent, okay. That means you will see the mixture of two liquid solution, okay. And formula we can see here, volume of solute in a ml and the volume of solution in ml into the 100. So both component will be in a liquid, okay. That's why we have taken here volume by volume. If you will take the mixture of ethanol plus the water, so I want to calculate the how much percent of water is present in that mixture, so that in this way you can, by using this formula we can calculate, we can identify, we can determine the percentage of water into the mixture of ethanol plus water, right. And how we can make, how we can make the 20% of ethanol, 20% of ethanol by using the water solvent. So that times also we can use this formula for the make the percentage of the ethanol. Simply we have to take the 20 ml of ethanol into the 80 ml of water, so you will get the 20% of ethanol, okay. Now third is the weight of volume, okay, that is the weight by volume. And formula is given, weight of solute in a gram and volume of solution in a ml into the 100, okay. So that if I want to calculate the how much percentage of sugar into the water, okay, the mixture of water plus sugar, so in that mixture I have to calculate the percentage of sugar into the mixture. So we should know how much amount we have dissolved into this mixture. That amount, that weight we can take here, weight of solute, and the whole solution is whatever the amount will be there, that we can take here and into 100. So you will get the percentage or the weight of the volume, okay, of sugar into this case. Here will be the weight of volume percent, right. So in this way we have to see three terms percent concentration, okay. Now next topic, that is ppt, ppm and ppb. We have to learn one by one. First of all we have to take this, all they are diluted solution, ppt or ppm or ppb, okay. So all they are diluted solution, they are the concentration expressing term. And this is the IUPAC given about the terminology. So first of all we have to take the ppt means the parts per thousand. Okay, parts per thousand. And you will see that is the definition, the number of parts of solute per thousand parts of solution, right? And the formula for the ppt, that is mass of solute in a gram divided by the volume of the solution liter. Okay, so by using this formula we can calculate the ppt, or we can make the ppt solution, right? Now next is the ppm, parts per million. Okay, so number of parts of solute per million parts of solution, and formula for the ppm, that is mass of solute in milligram divided by the volume of the solution in liter. Okay, so by using this formula we can make the, we can calculate ppm. Okay, and third one, that is the ppb, parts per billion. In this case, the number of parts of solute per billions parts of solution. Formula for the ppb, mass of solute in microgram. Okay, and the volume of the solution in a liter. So you will see in the three terms the volume of solution is liter, that is the common, but change is only the mass of solute. Okay, in the ppb, mass of solute in microgram, and in the ppm, the mass of solute in a milligram, and in ppt, mass of solute in the gram. Okay, so in this way we have to know. And the next term, that is stoichiometry. Okay, this is the different terms in this case. So that is the quantitative aspect dealing with the mass and the volume relationship between the reactant and product is called the stoichiometry. For example, we have to see, okay, mass related and volume related relationship between the reactant and product, that is the stoichiometry. And when the substance taking part in a chemical reactions are represented by their symbols and the molecular formula. Okay, and the next, that is the chemical reactions can be expressed in the form of chemical equation. When, if I want to write the chemical equation, chemical reaction into the data form, so that we can express in the form of chemical equation. In this case, first of all, we have to see the empirical formula, and the empirical formula means the formula which represented the simplest ratio in which the atoms of different elements are present in a molecule of given compound. For example, you can take here the glucose. The molecular formula for the glucose is C6H12O6. So we have to convert the simple formula, okay, that glucose into the simple ratio. Okay, so how we can do that, how we can convert the simple formula? So simply in front of you, you can see here the glucose molecular formula, that is carbon numbers are 6, so we have written here 6, and the hydrogen numbers are 12. Okay, and the oxygens are the 6. So you will see here two numbers are common here, 6 and 6. So what we can do here, so we can simply 6 divided by to all this number, 6 divided by 6, and 12 divided by 6, and the 6 divided by 6. So you will get the simple ratio here. Okay, and you will convert the simple element ratio here. Okay, simple ratio you will get 1 hash 2 hash 1. So in this way you have to convert, or in this way you have to write the empirical formula. The empirical formula for the glucose, that will be the, that means that numbers denote the number of elements. Okay, so the 1 will be the carbon, and the 2 will be the hydrogen, and the 1 will be the again oxygen. So we have to write, that is the simply ratio. Okay, So the C and H2 and O, this is the empirical formula for the glucose. The number of compounds may have the same empirical formula but differ in the molecular formula. So some compounds having the same empirical formula, okay, but they having the different molecular formula. So in this way we have to see the examples. Acetic acid molecular formula is C2H4O2. So the empirical formula for the acetic acid CH2. This is the again C like a glucose empirical formula CH2O. And glyceraldehyde, how you can convert that molecular formula into the simple ratio, and after that empirical formula of for the glyceraldehyde. Okay, so you have to simple what you will do here. The carbon number will be 3 and hydrogen number will be 6 and the oxygen number will be 3. So the commons are, you can see here 3 3. So we can divide 3 to the all number. So how we can write 3 divided by 3, so you will get 1, and 6 divided by 3 you will get 2, and 3 divided by 3 again you will get 1. So you will get the simple ratio 1:2:1. Okay, so again the empirical formula you will get CH2 and O, right? So in this way we can determine the empirical formula from the molecular formula. Okay, we have to do the simple ratio, and after that we have to count the number of elements into the empirical formula. Now second term we are going to discuss, that is molecular formula. Okay, we have know that what is that, the actual number of atoms of each elements present in one molecules. Okay, if you will take the glucose formula, okay, that is C6H12O6. So actual number of atoms in that, carbons are 6, hydrogens are 12, and the oxygens are 6. Okay, like this. So molecular formula always related to the molecular weight of the compounds. Okay, and we have know that. Okay, so like this we have to calculate the determination of the molecular formula. How we can determine the molecular formula? Some rules are given for that. We have to see them. The empirical formula we should know. Okay, and for that molecular weight of the substance also we have to know, right? So by using a formula we have to determine the molecular formula. So that formula is here n into empirical formula. The n is the whole number like 1 2 3 4 etc, and we can calculate n, that is molecular formula weight, okay, and divided by the empirical formula weight. So by using these two terms we can calculate that n, okay, and the empirical formula. So like this we can calculate the molecular formula. Here will be the molecular formula. Okay,